Oh, what to watch, what to watch. Raiders of the Lost Ark? Maybe. Crystal Skull? Yeah. What? Oh my God. Hey there, I'm the Cinephile, and today we're going to be looking at comedy. Children's comedy, starring Eddie Murphy. Oh, not that one. Today, we're looking at one even worse. That's right, we're looking at the one, the only, Daddy Daycare. Don't you remember this one? Two grown men start a daycare? Ha! Comedic genius. Men trying to take care of children. How preposterous. So, how does this film hold up 10 years later? Let's find out, together, as semi-internet friends. The film begins with a decades-old upbeat pop song, and we hear the first joke. Can't wait till you ride me. Comedic genius. They even stopped the music to alert us to laugh. That is a good use of sound editing. So, Eddie Murphy plays Charlie Hinton, who needs to get to work and finds that his son is messing up everything of his, even rubbing his nose against the note cards his dad needs. And he continues to touch them throughout the scene. Did he not just see the kid's snot on them? So, Charlie works at a food advertising firm, creating a new cereal that has veggies in them.
Mr. Broccoli's a no-show.
One time broccoli didn't show up on my plate, and my mother hasn't heard the end of it.
Kids just don't want to eat vegetables for breakfast. Who knew?
Okay, Charlie. Did you ever think that maybe chocolate cereal is popular because it's not just chocolate that you can eat a different way? Maybe it's because the cereal is actually chocolate that is something good, not vegetables? Veggies are good, but in a cereal, it's disgusting. Actually, why don't you just market actual veggies? With a good campaign, you could get kids into them. But cereal? If you want people to like Hitler, you don't start by bringing him to a Hanukkah party. Seriously. Oh, don't worry kids, it's just Apple Jacks with a different name. So Charlie is a little late to the orientation. Oh, I just hated when my father would be 5 seconds late because he was out working hard to pay for school that is actually nice. Oh, poor me. They enter the preschool and...
Why did I veer food?
No. No preschool is like this.
Now mark your books. Number 5. Cat is to mouse as frog is to...
Are they doing SAT prep?
For God's sakes, you're not creating a miniature child army. You're taking care of 5-year-olds. Treat them like children. And if you think the point of this movie is that they create a daycare where they treat children like children... No, it's the point of this movie is not to show that you gotta treat children like children. They don't treat the children like children throughout this entire film. Children. So when Charlie's at work, he finds out he's fired.
We're shutting down the whole health division.
No, because his idea was so revolutionary. Don't worry though, once Michelle Obama's first lady, health for children will be #1 in our country. See the major changes? Look how healthy our kids are now with these new health initiatives.
What you baby? How was your day?
I lost my J.O.B.
You lost your J.O.B.?
He tells his wife so casually that he was fired. You know, if I got fired, I'd be coming home and being like, hey, I was fired! So now that the Academy of Creating Depressed Kids is too much for the Hintons to pay for, they search for a new daycare.
Welcome to the...
I used to have a place like that. I went there, and look how great I turned out.
Just be careful, you know, don't just park at any place. And be careful getting in and out of the car, don't get any dings in the door, you know.
And you don't leave milk inside the car with the windows rolled up. Always buckle up the car seat and don't park in the sun or the seats will get too hot. Oh, and no juice unless it's in a sippy cup.
Ah, yes, the typical American family. The wife knows all about her child, and the man only worries about his car. Because look at my car. It's all I worry about.
He's throwing things at me and it smells. I really need your help.
Yeah, that's how I would treat all my friends too. So Phil and Charlie go to the park, and Charlie gets a brilliant idea of running a daycare. So where does he go? Where anybody goes when they have an idea to discuss. They go to the nearest diner. A robot that gives directions to the other robots in your house. It's brilliant! To the nearest diner!
Remember when you broke my yo-yo?
Is that a set? Is that outdoors? Is that inside the house? What kind of set design is that? Hey everybody, here's some green, so this must be grass, right? I also love that as soon as he gets the idea, he just blows tons of money. I got an idea for a robot. Now I need a screwdriver, a basketball, a car, tons of firecrackers, and a gun for when this idea blows over. Parents come to sign their kids up but get disgusted by the idea of men running a daycare.
Couple of sickos is what you are.
Yeah, Daddy Daycare. Obviously the title isn't giving enough away. Sorry it's not something more obvious like the men who stare at goats. So they begin to run the daycare and the kids go rampant. Okay, movie. Kids acting like kids isn't funny. It's real life. If I wanted to see real life, I'd go to a real daycare. See what I mean? So Charlie gives them a mission statement to read. Do these guys know anything about children or cereal? But don't worry, Jeff Garland has a guitar to entertain us for the next 5 minutes. Yay for filler.
Age of 5. My mama said. I'm the greatest man alive.
Might as well pop in Wall-E so we can see something enjoyable from Jeff Garland. So they feed their kids chocolate. Part of a health initiative, yet you feed your kids chocolate even though you want to make an initiative. What kind of people are you? Do you know anything about anything? And again, the kids go crazy to music. This feels like one big music video. Kids running around to this stupid song. Everyone look out, these kids run, run!
Drive his head! Christmas on my doll! I need help!
Oh no, my G.I. Joe action figure was stolen. I hate to make stereotypes, but why does the girl have a G.I. Joe? As the daycare continues to, I don't know, flourish, Charlie and Phil have a fight to entertain the kids. Yeah, because it's bad for them to watch the Three Stooges, but fighting in front of them is perfectly fine. When I see these kids, I always think of them as actors or certain characters when they are young. The smart girl is Rachel Berry, the yelling kid has the hair of Corbin Blue, the girl with the rabbit is actually a Fanning child, surprisingly. Flash has the dork teeth of the Sprouse twins, the potty-trained kid is the kid on Parenthood, and Crispin, well, he's always reminded me of Tom Cruise. Maybe this scene will back my logic. So Max has to go to the bathroom, but isn't potty trained. So Charlie tries to help him, but
I missed.
why is he making all those faces? When he entered, nothing was even on the walls, so obviously it's not that bad. Alright, I did my scene for the trailer, where's my paycheck? Miss Harrington, however, sees Daddy Daycare as a threat, as they have lost 6 children. You know, when you lose 6 children, that's around the time you start to re-strategize your marketing campaign. I mean, look at Phil and Charlie. Then again, they didn't re-strategize. Does anybody know anything about anything? Do you want your kid to be the socially awkward nerd in school? The kid who has no friends, yet knows everything? The kid who goes home at night and wonders to himself, why do I have no friends? Come to our daycare when you have too much money on your hands and you need to blow your money on something. Miss Harrington sends a complaint about the daycare, and a social services guy comes to check out the place. What do we get out of this scene? Nothing funny, that's for sure.
You know that rocket ship thing you do? Yeah. Ben doesn't even like that.
What are you talking about? Ben likes the rocket ship. Yeah, I know that's a stupid thing to bring up, but he even ran up to Charlie in one scene asking for it. So whatever, Phil. Why am I getting bothered by this?
Let's go safety gate crazy.
Wow, nice transition. You must be going to the Star Wars transition editing school. So as Steve Zahn walks in on the premises, and Charlie and Phil hire him since they need another worker for the number of kids they have. Oh yeah, he's a huge Star Trek fan. This is gonna be hilarious. I have never seen a man-child character in a film before.
That you've hired a third care provider.
Why would you just assume that?
Well, Section 768 of the Child Welfare Code specifically states that the ratio of children to care providers cannot exceed 5 to 1.
I love how good of an attitude this child services guy has. I mean, if one of the children were to die, would he be completely cool with it?
You put your hands up! Don't wave them!
A rumor has spread that this wasn't even meant for the film, but Steve Zahn started doing it and they just rolled the camera. But the child services guy spills the beans about Miss Harrington filing the complaint, so Charlie and Phil confront her.
Wait a minute, we're parents, all right? That's a start.
Any boob can be a parent.
I love how she says that line, just out of nowhere. Boob. No, boob. Just repeat it once.
Boob, 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 boob.
I am so sorry. I forgot to write you a check this week. Ever since the divorce, my has just been like...
Watch closely. The music waits until she says she's divorced to start playing the love music, and then Steve Zahn was like,
Ever since the divorce, my has just been like...
And now we have the typical meeting of the formal business partners and how one defends his business to the other.
As daycare teachers, what do you think?
Daycare? That's what it is? Oh my God. Losers, losers, losers.
Hey, you're paying us to do it too, you know.
Coincidentally, Eddie Murphy did the exact same thing to Columbia Pictures after they hired him for this film.
Oh no, the mouse is gonna get me! Oh no!
Wow, way to read that line, kid. Oh no, a monster's gonna get me.
Oh, right back.
Okay, hurry up. Mommy's coming!
No one wants Daddy!
Yay, we get more Miss Harrington, yay!
Mrs. Plager, I cannot continue to expose the other children to such dangerous, self-destructive, highly addictive behavior. So either Juliet stops the thumb sucking, or you're just going to have to find yourself another preschool.
How do you keep those kids in your preschool? You do realize the parents have control over the kids and they can just take them out whenever they want. I mean, Miss Harrington finds out more kids have left.
We've lost 3 more students.
Are you seriously suggesting you don't know where they are?
No, ma'am. I know where they are.
So do I. Daddy daycare.
Thank you for answering that question, Miss Harrington. I was so lost on that answer. So the social worker is sent to Daddy Daycare again. Come on, haven't we seen this scene already? It's funny because as many kids as Miss Harrington loses to Daddy Daycare doesn't grow at all. However, Charlie and Phil find out that they have gotten too many kids to fit in their house.
Who do we cut loose?
How about Becca and Jamie?
Or we could just replace one of the kids that got no screen time. Child number 1, child number 2, Chinese girl. There's 6 of them in the credits. I mean, might as well get rid of one of them. But they decide to raise money to buy a new, bigger location. So they don't have enough money to buy a location, but they have enough money to get Cheap Trick. And it's called Rock for Daddy Daycare. Now they have truly projected this movie to the music video territory. Why did they hold on that like it was funny? Yeah, it's Klingon language, but without subtitles, I don't know what they said. And if they hold the shot there like something comedic happened, it'd be nice to know what they said. But Miss Harrington comes to not care about Daddy Daycare.
Play dirty.
My only regret is Scooby-Doo.
Wow, goats really love pie.
What? 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 Is that supposed to be funny? Goats really like pie. Goats really love pie. What? I don't get it. It's butterflies like honey, bears wear hula skirts. There's nothing funny there. There's nothing visually funny. There's nothing wordly funny. There's no pun in there. There's nothing funny about it. That's nothing funny. There was no joke. There's nothing done. Nothing was said. It was just stupid. It makes no sense. That was the dumbest line I've ever heard. Is this supposed to be comedy or is this just drama? I don't get what's going on. I mean, it's Eddie Murphy and he said, oh, goats love pie. Well, yeah, goats love pie. They show the goats loving the pie. Well, so what if the goats love pie? Oh, the goats love pie. Well, that's like a fact being said. If you say a fact, that's not funny. If this is a comedy, it's supposed to be funny. Where is the funny? It don't make sense. Children aren't gonna laugh. It makes no sense.
Everybody just take a deep breath. And let's go back to having fun. Okay?
Oh, come on, they ran even before the sprinklers were on. Bad direction. Moving on. Well, Charlie and Phil got offered jobs at the cereal place again for the idea Charlie had about cotton candy puffs. So the movie ends with him working there, getting lots of money for his kid, and living a happy life. Well, no, because this isn't real life. This is the magical world of children comedy. Now here is the most over-the-top line in the movie, and I actually really like it.
This stuff is not for sale!
A literal reader of the text might say that Goldilocks ate the porridge because she was hungry. But what would Freud say?
What class is that? Overanalyzing books one-on-one? Some would say that this movie was made so Columbia could make money. But what would Freud say? As we can see from earlier, Charlie has made a deal with Miss Harrington to send all his kids to the preschool. I guess that isn't up to the parents, but up to the daycare provider instead. But Charlie comes back for them because he still wants to do daddy daycare.
What a laughable concept.
Well, we're gonna just laugh our way down the driveway. You have a pleasant day, Miss Harrington. Bye, Miss Harrington.
And he takes all the kids. Yep, this is kidnapping. And I guess no one is gonna do anything about it. We see 6 months later, and daddy daycare has flourished, and Miss Harrington is, I guess, a crossing guard. Who goes from a high-class preschool to a crossing guard? I'm so lost.
Yeah, I said this wasn't a bad trade-off.
Yeah, Dad.
Hey Dad, what happens if a financial crisis hits America down the road and we're stuck with all the loans on this building? So that's daddy daycare, and what is there to say? It's literally filler the whole way through. There isn't much of a story. Heck, the one bit of story happens in the last 20 minutes of the film, and by then I don't even care about this film. It was lazily done, a bad decision on Eddie Murphy's part. It feels like a lackluster music video. Yeah, I guess the kids are cute and the idea is there, but honestly the points and morals that they are trying to get across are cliched, and when they are tried, they aren't even fully completed. Like the cliche of the father not spending enough time with his son. It's never really touched upon much. Maybe kids would like it, I did as a kid, but honestly nothing comes from this. It's just another boring comedy that the 2000s birthed out. But don't worry, this isn't the type of film that can produce sequels. No! I'm the Cinephile. I got through it, and so can you.
Wow, goats really love pie.